welcome to day 3 of our healthy, budget-friendly Nourish Bowls. And I don't have a list, guys, of anything that I'm making particular. I have some things noted in my head of a few things people have suggested they'd like to see. So I definitely have made note of that. But basically, when I put together these things, it's just what I have on hand. What do I need to use up? And that's what inspires me. Last night it was the beef stew. I had the red wine in the fridge to use up. Well, I made a mushroom lentil mixture. And it's hard to make just enough for 2 people. Or even when you're making for a family, a lot of times you just have little random things left. What the heck do you do with this? You know? So this is just lentils and mushrooms I cook with some vegetable stock. And you can check out the video of how I made that if you like. But anyways, here's what's left. So I was like, you know what can I do with this? Gonna make mushroom lentil burgers. And that's how we're gonna stretch out. I had all this meat that David and I got. You guys saw a good deal right before Christmas. And I just bought smaller packs, any of the smaller packs, and I just cut them in half and froze them like this. So I'm guessing I'll have to put this on the scale. It's a pretty small pack. It's probably like 7 or 8 ounces of ground beef. But I'm going to just mix the lentil mushroom mixture with this ground beef, and it's going to bulk it up a little bit, add a lot of nutrition, and use it up. So that's what inspired today's is going to be a burger bowl. We're going to do mushroom lentil beef burgers. We've got some mushrooms left over from last night. I'm going to saute those up, have those on the side. We're going to do sweet potato fries. I'll probably bake them in the oven, although I do like to use my air fryer too. I'm not sure I want to pull them out. I just prepped these up last night. See, I'm one-handed. Nothing to it. You can make these things, prep potatoes ahead of time. Just soak them in water so they don't oxidize. But I just cut them in some wedges. You can cut them however you want. And I'm just going to oven bake those and do some sweet potato fries. Going to make a little honey mustard dipping sauce. Made some homemade sprouts, so maybe we'll put some sprouts on the burger bowl. Thought I'd make a little coleslaw, so I just had to pick up for tonight's menu. The only thing I had to buy was some cabbage. Green or red is fine. I picked up the red because it's just nice to get a little variety, and it adds a really pretty color. And I already had the carrots, and I'll show you guys how I put all this together, but basically, we're going to do a little burger bowl tonight, so come along and I'll show you what we're going to do. So, I've got the meat and the lentil mushroom mixture in the bowl. We're going to make the burgers now. Kind of almost looks like equal parts. Now, you could put, if you want to do this vegan vegetarian, all you would have to do is just kind of pulse this a little bit in the food processor, or mash up some beans or something to glue it together, and you can make this a little bit of a mushroom lentil vegan burger. You don't have to have the meat, but I've got the meat here, so I'm doing equal parts, and I'm literally, just because I'm using the ground beef, I'm not doing anything special to these lentils, and they're soft enough. I'm just mixing it all together. I'm not even seasoning this. You can use a little salt and pepper, or however you like to season your burgers, but the mushrooms and the lentils were cooked in that vegetable broth, so they were really flavorful, and that's going to add a nice little flavor, actually. So I basically doubled the volume here, and it was all the lentil mushroom mixture that most people would throw away, or you're like, what to do with it, but stretches it out. So let's see here. I got that mixed up. That took all of no time at all. And I'm debating, I might do like 4 smaller burgers instead of like 1 burger, just to make it look fun on the plate. Let's just see. I'm just gonna shape them like this, and I'm debating either, since I gonna have the oven on for the sweet potato fries, I might just bake these. Otherwise, because it's rainy right now and it's probably cold for most people, I just usually just pan fry them. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but I'm going to get these prepped up here, and I'm going to try to get 4 little burgers out. That one might be a little too big. And that's it.
Smile.
Okay, so I got everything shredded here, and it might look like a lot, but you guys know when you make coleslaw, once you add the dressing and that vinegar kind of gets to it, it kind of like shrinks down a little bit. If you were making this ahead of time, I would cut the cabbage a little thicker, but since we're going to be eating in a few hours here, I just did it nice and thin, and I wanted to just add in one more little packet of that mayonnaise. I just happen to have all that in the house, so why not use it, right? Thanks, babe. And I'm just gonna mix it all together. And I've made this a million times. Make your favorite coleslaw recipe. But sometimes I'll put a little bit of jalapeno juice in there too. And you never know what to do with the juice that jalapeno peppers come in that jar. I use that for salad dressings or for like coleslaw. It adds a great flavor. And that is it. See that? See, it doesn't even look like that much once it's mixed up, but that's going to be the coleslaw. And real quick, I'm going to show you, I'm going to mix up. So I'm just going to wrap this up and put it in the refrigerator. I'll taste it in a few and see if it needs anything. But I'm going to make the honey mustard. I thought, sweet potato fries, honey mustard. You want something a little sweet? That'll be good. And I actually really prefer to make honey mustard with sour cream. One of the first restaurants I worked at, they use sour cream instead of mayonnaise for their honey mustard for like the chicken fingers. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I've never done that before. It's legit. I like it. I actually like it better than mayonnaise. And it's lighter. So I've got, again, there's nothing to honey mustard. It's sour cream or mayonnaise. We're using sour cream because I have sour cream and it's lighter. Mustard. I'm using just a little Dijon. I mean, you really could just do mustard and honey, but I like a little bit of the creaminess. And then some honey, really the honey to taste. So you guys are just going to have to watch and see about how much I'm adding here. Again, I'm just making enough for tonight. But there's nothing to it. You can't mess this stuff up, guys. These sauces they are just really to taste. Just mix it up and taste it. If it doesn't have a nice little flavor, everybody's had honey mustard before, most likely. Add a little more mustard. If it's too mustardy, put a little more sour cream. If you like it sweeter, put more honey. If it's too sweet, put more mustard. You know what I mean? This is how you cook. You got to taste your food. So, there we go. I got the honey mustard sauce made. Got the burgers in the fridge, and we'll be ready. I'll show you next when we put the sweet potatoes in the oven. Getting the sweet potato fries ready to go here. I got my oven. It's going to preheat. I got it to I'm going to get it to 450 degrees. And I love baking them in the oven. It's great in your air fryer too, but I know a lot of people don't have an air fryer. So the oven works just fine. I just took a piece of parchment paper. You don't even have to use parchment paper, but I used some cooking spray here. And I just sprayed the bottom. And I lay them all in a single layer. And I did these ahead of time last night. I had sweet potatoes still from Thanksgiving. You guys know I got them for 25 cents a pound. So still have a few of those. This is about 2 medium sweet potatoes. And it looks like a lot. But when you roast them like this, they will shrink down. Probably like half the size. I just drained them, patted them dry. You can do them ahead of time. Just store them in water in the refrigerator. You can do them a couple days ahead of time, actually. They'll keep just fine. Then I pat them dry, and now I laid them in a single layer. You want a single layer so the air can get around them, and that's going to get them nice and crispy. If you've never done potatoes this way, I'm going to spritz the top with a little bit of spray. That's just going to help with some color. And I'm going to just take a little bit of sea salt and just sprinkle that on top. And that's it. I'm going to let the oven get to 450, and I'll set the timer for probably 15 minutes, and then I'll check on them and flip them. I'll take you guys along, of course. All right, here are the sweet potatoes. 15 minutes in at 450. I just flipped them all over. They are looking great. And I'm going to turn the oven down now to 400, and I'm going to check them in another 10 minutes. I also have the burgers. Don't those look great? This is like really good. I'm excited about trying those. I figured since I have the oven on, why not just bake them? So I'm going to bake the burgers. Probably, I'm thinking these, I'm not sure how long these guys are going to take. Somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes probably. It's such a high heat. They're not super thick. But, yeah, I'm going to throw these back in another 10 minutes or so. I'm going to bake these guys. I'll let you know how long they took to cook. I've got the mushrooms in a pan. I'm just going to saute those up, and they're going to go on the side. And then we're going to be ready to assemble. Very, very simple and easy, and it's going to be delicious. All right, y'all, check out these bowls. Burger in a bowl, Nourish bowls. Don't those look awesome? So easy. Like I said, once you learn this kind of technique, if you want to call it that, it's a piece of cake to put dinner together. So I've got those mushroom lentil burgers from the leftover lentils and mushrooms from last night. Made 2 nice burgers. This is David's. They're pretty good size here. And got a little lettuce from the garden, some sprouts that I grew just for a little freshness. Sauteed leftover mushrooms. Got the sweet potato fries with the homemade honey mustard dressing. A little bit of coleslaw. And we are ready to dig in. There's some more fries if we need them. And that looks delicious. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and David and I are going to do a little taste test here. Okay, Dave and I are sitting down. He put a little sweet chili on his burger. I got ketchup and sweet potato fries. I haven't tried the honey mustard because he said, "Oh, can I put butter and brown sugar on my sweet potato fries?" I said, "They're sweet potato fries. You need like a dipping sauce." And he tasted with the honey mustard, and they were pretty good, huh?
Listen, yeah, that's good. But when you have like a yam or a sweet potato, you put butter and...
Well, yeah, but honey, you haven't tried a whole lot of variety here. People have had sweet potato fries before. I like ketchup with it, but honey mustard is awesome too.
Yeah.
You want to try some of the burger? I mean, I haven't even had the burger either because obviously they weren't cooked. But with the lentils and the ground beef, I mean, I'm thinking they got to taste good. I mean, I didn't season with anything.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to try a fry?
I never bite of that.
Huh? You taking another bite of it? And Dave has been hard at work. I'm glad you guys noticed. He tried one editing software, and I told him, I said, "You got to get rid of that. It was such a pain in the butt. He was spending hours and hours. I said, it shouldn't be that hard, so he's trying another one." How's the sweet potato fries?
Oh, yeah, it's good sauce.
Is that good?
Wow, yeah.
I like to do it in the air fryer. I'm going to turn the... Hello. So, the air fryer gets them really, really, like, crispy. But to bake them like that, I mean... so good. Oh, right. Oh, the coleslaw. David loves coleslaw. I didn't even have to do anything. But that's when you guys have made things so many times you don't need a recipe. You just know how to do it. So there's the burger, half beef, half lentils and mushrooms.
Delicious.
That's really flavorful. I didn't do anything to it. No salt, pepper, nothing.
No.
I mean, I'll put a little ketchup on mine, but awesome. Well, you guys go make some Nourish bowls. Remember to always eat happy foods. Remember to always make food with love. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love hearing from you. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell because we are on any kind of schedule now. I was posting videos kind of at night, and now I think there'll be more in the morning and the afternoon because David's taking care of some of the editing for me. So,
I love your
anyways,
comments.
Yeah, David loves hearing from you guys.
Yeah, comments are great. Yeah.
Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you real soon. Ciao, my friend.